I had wanted to talk about my Ruger new Vaquero, 45 caliber, single action, and it's all blued. It just looks gorgeous. I love shooting it because I hit my target. Now, when I use my 9mm, I will miss. Not gonna lie. I actually find that harder to be accurate with compared to this. I have absolutely no idea why. Maybe because this one has a bit more weight. I'm gonna stick with that. Even though I'm not a professional, I just like my guns. That's it. Anyways, this one I ended up finding at the pawn shop. I was looking for the original Vaquero, and that thing I think was made back in the 70s or something like that. And the reason I had wanted that is because the cylinders were thicker wall. I don't know how to explain it compared to nowadays. So I just was looking for that. And my partner was being lovely, taking me to every pawn shop that day. I saw this. This thing was literally calling out to me.
Take me home with you. Let me be the one gun you always choose. Because I have, okay, I only got 6 chambers, but still, I got only iron sights, so I get it. But I got some weight to me, man. I'm not all plastic. Look at me. It was like I was never really shot, so I look kind of fresh. With me by your side, we can rule. Well, I guess just your domain. I could shoot a rattler away from you. That should count for something. Look at me. I am handsome. I'm glad she got a girlfriend that wanna go and make her happy. Thank goodness. I'm going home. Yay!
See, and that's what happened. I went in there and this gun spoke to me and said, I gotta come home with you. So that's why I have it now. Okay, that's not really what happened. Came across this at the last pawn shop and I was like, I really want this. See the weight, the feel. Are you gonna like it? And with it, unfortunately, they have pulled out the cylinder and for health and safety reasons, using the plastic ties to hold it on the side. And I think this took 3 of them. It was really awkward holding it and then pretending I'm gonna shoot the target kind of thing. I always feel embarrassed. I never like anybody there watching me, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm trying to check out the weight, the balance, and that thing was just awkward with the cylinder out to the side. And it's like, But you know what? I want the gun. I'll just figure out the weight in my hand when I'm at home. So my darling paid for it for me, brought it home, checked it out, aiming it, and this feels way more heavy compared to that birdie at the shooting range, but I could be wrong. I really like the feel of it. It's just really gorgeous and it's great to shoot. The shooting range my darling had taken me to prior was filled with guns from semi-automatics. Then you had your rifles, then you had your classics and so on. You know, the bullets there for you as well in case you forget yours or like you don't bring a gun with you. You could go and rent theirs and, buy the bullets. Go on the range that they have because it's an indoor range. Shoot away and then decide if you want to go and actually buy one of their guns to take home because you like how it shoots. And I thought that was really great. Anyways, the one I had shot there was a new birdie and I shot the 357 bullets. And with that, I definitely felt kick. My hand wanted to just let the gun go up rather than just stay like with a 22 LR where it don't really move for nothing. And then with the 45, it doesn't really move too much either. But with that 357, that thing, it wants to really push on your hand to where it's like, if you don't hold me tight, I'm going to go flying. I'm going to be flying over your heads, spinning away. So I was just lucky that I got a good strong grip and not a loose one. That Uberti, that thing was like butter when you're over there pulling the hammer back. That thing is so smooth in comparison to the Ruger. This one, you feel gotta really exert more pressure pulling that. I always like that sound. Come on, man, that sounds so sexy. And I think the only reason this gun, I love it so much is because, I grew up when I'd be at home unwell, so I'm not in school. And my mom would let me watch TV sometimes, not all the time. It would be Gunsmoke and random Western movie on and stuff. And I would go and get my horse, the ones with the springs on 4 corners of it. And mine had batteries, so that way I could hear the galloping of hooves and the horse neighing away. So I used to set that up in front of the TV and pretend that I'm at a shootout too. Arm outstretched, finger pointed, having my hand do the kickback with every shot. That's probably the thing that beautified the gun to me. The other thing is, my dad used to have us practice with BB guns at our old house, and he would put a dime in the tree and have us shoot at it. And he was the only one who could hit it. So then he had to go and move the size up. So then he would put a nickel like above that and wedge it in the tree, and then it's like try and shoot that. And because I was able to shoot that, you fail the first time with the dime, then you figure out, okay, when I aim here, the BB's going below or it's going too high. This is where I need to aim it. Tilt this gun in my hand a little bit in this way, and I'm always going to hit that coin. So after figuring it out for myself how I have to position it so I'm always going to hit the target, I ended up with the nickname Annie Oakley in my family. So that was neat and nice, and it made me feel good, like I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. And then me and my sibling, we used to place soda pop cans all over the yard, by the trees, in the middle of the yard. So we would start shooting these things from the backyard all the way to the side of the house, all the way to the front side of the house. And I'm surprised because we used to cross over each other, like weave crossing paths. So I'm surprised we didn't shoot each other. And I'm also glad we didn't shoot each other. So we would be moving along and just shoot a can and see who's going to be the fastest. Not just standing there pumping the gun, shoot the can, walk to the next one. It's we're running and shooting and, pumping them BB guns to make sure hit the can, hit the can, hit the can, hit the can, and then arguing at the end of it who's the fastest, who got there first. Those are fun times, and only because of that, because my dad emphasized aiming being the important thing. You gotta make it like the shot counts. Like you don't have a bunch of BBs in there. You want that BB to count. That is probably the only reason I like this gun. I'll tell you one thing. If I didn't do any of that practicing when I was a kid and then I'd go and try and shoot this, I would probably be very disappointed thinking, I need something else. This ain't it. And I get it. A lot of people, they wouldn't choose this because, like my partner said, she doesn't like loading from the side, like one bullet at a time. I think she would prefer a revolver that opens from the side, smash all the bullets out, and then you could slide them all in one go, rolling it back in and shooting away. I just prefer this, even though this holds only 6 rounds instead of, like 10. 10 would be great, but I still like this anyways because my thing is I know I'm going to point this at whatever is going to hit it, and that's all that matters to me. Maybe in the future I'll end up engraving this one with a name on the side or something. Oh yeah, one of the things I forgot to mention was that I like over the Uberti is the fact that when you go on ahead and cock this gun, that when I want to load a bullet, I just open the side and go through filling each and every one of the chambers and then close it up. There you go. I don't have to half cock this and then slowly put it back carefully as I pull the trigger. I like the fact that it feels safer when loading this one compared to the other one. But that's just me. I probably love this gun more than my 9mm. I'll tell you that much. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about it and show love for single action revolvers. These revolvers started it all before we have the guns that we do nowadays. And these are just beautiful.